Click the links, join the channel here over at Subscribestar, now over at Odyssey. Thanks everyone over there. So Pokimane, spiritual vampire, has a big move. Today in Weimar, every day is a reminder that the experiment in liberalism has failed. Basically, feminism has destroyed the West. I think even the femcells are starting to see that if they're looking at their cats and their box wine. So what happens is boys, young men, I guess, have parasocial relationships with makeup women online. That's kind of how I think of them, where they're spending money, time, emotional energy in this spiritual black hole. You think there's nothing more pathetic than somebody visiting a prostitute, but I guess we found it in current year. The one thing more pathetic is visiting a digital parasocial prostitute, paying her, and not having actual sex. Yes, congratulations, you found something. You found the most pathetic thing in the universe. So the news is this vampire is going from. Oh wait, maybe there's one step worse. Would be the what do you call those anime profiles? I guess okay. That's. It's just like every day. It just gets worse and worse. So the news is this vampire is going from YouTube, from Twitch, probably simply because they offered her a better deal. The issue is why she or people like her have a following at all. In a sane country, this would be publicly ridiculed and shamed as degenerate incel Weimar behavior. But we don't live in a nation. This is just an economic zone run by NGOs with the goal of subversion and corruption, which they are successfully accomplishing. I was going to say, look at her without the makeup, but really it's a moot point, makeup or no makeup. She's just, without the makeup, she's just very average. Whether she's not a natural beauty, is what I'm trying to say, but it doesn't matter. Like, it's simping for an ugly chick or something for a stunningly beautiful, genetically gifted chick. It's all the same because it's not your girlfriend or not your wife. It's just absolutely, it's just pathetic humiliation on top of humiliation. So young men have these masturbatory parasocial relationships with vampires like this, and it's indicative of a dead civilization. Young men should be dating young women. It looks like we have an extremist over here. Call the FBI and murder his whole neighborhood. And that should be their focus, not Twitch prawn. Their time and energy should be focused on actual, real women, on learning how to form IRL human relationships. But instead, they play video games and watch these internet prostitutes. So they waste their time and money with a TV screen and never learn to grow and mature out of being a mental teenager, which is why you get the Mark Wades of the world, 50-year-olds who are emotionally stuck in adolescence. Learning how to handle women takes years, and these guys are too scared to go out and talk to real people. Obviously, in our day, we didn't have the option because we didn't have internet whores. We actually had to go hiking with real carbon-based life forms and then go get a burrito afterwards and talk in person and learn to... What it was, like your couple of starter girlfriends, is rubbing the rough edges off and learning, or even if you just have one and you get married after that, it's like, honestly, that's a win either way. But the beginning of your relationship is rubbing each other's rough edges off. Though if you're raised correctly, you just don't have as many rough edges. But that doesn't happen now, where everyone is just nothing but easily triggered rough edges, and because everything's online. Where in our generation, we learned how to read facial expressions, vocal inflection, body language, everything, even pheromones, and digitally, it's just none of that. It's just like this mirror relationship. But the thing is, with the hiking and going to get a burrito and watching a Adam Sandler movie, is that you actually got to have sex, and then you end up having kids and getting married, and, or in whatever order you want to do it. In a sane society, guys would not be watching video games or watching Twitch. And I hope no women are listening to this. I dearly love your LG. Thank you for the Norse symbology beanie. It was definitely the coolest beanie I've ever got. But I don't think I would even allow women on the internet. They would, it's just too easy. They'd have to have their own lady intranet, I guess. Otherwise, men are just too easily tempted. We're kind of weak in that way. Society takes the path of least resistance, and in this Sodom and Gomorrah, young men are completely without guidance and brainwashed by globalist media and school, and they'll just watch these Twitch girls because all they see is a pair of tits and just massive amounts of makeup. The white pill is the alt community has started groups. I don't know if I can name them on YouTube. Pat Front, and there's a bunch of others, and those are all FBI agents. Okay, then, I mean, form your own or join your own, but form some kind of like nationalist base group. That kind of stuff is catching on, probably because a response to this Sodom and Gomorrah, people realize how bad things are, how pathetic things are. And anything that gets young men involved in like tribal IRL activities, even if it's just hiking and whatnot kind of stuff, is fantastic to get people away from the internet and the parasocial relationships. The machine wants you satiated and placated with bread and circuses, which why it's critical to call out the degeneracy as the giant globalist psyop it is. The thing is, no man should elevate a woman that is not his wife. He shouldn't even be watching them on the internet. And this isn't from some kind of right-wing Christian perspective, but it's sort of from a nationalist perspective or a tribal perspective. Guys need to focus inward on their family, their tribe, and understand that this commercial zone circus is actively harmful. Most everything in the mainstream is toxic globalist cancer meant to subvert. That includes movies, magazines, and the mainstream social media. No guy should simp for a woman or watch or support any woman that is not his. It's a humiliating act of cucking. You're investing your time with a woman that somebody else is fucking the shit out of. That is Jack Murphy Goldman levels of pathetic. Stop it immediately. Start walking, then hiking, lift some weights, find some exercise you enjoy. Join, I mean, literally anytime. If it's an hour watching a Twitch or an hour going for a walk, your time is better used going for a walk or reading a book. Join the alt communities on the alternative communities on Odyssey, Gab, Telegram. Get in shape. Get super based. You're going to need it for what is coming. Put on the sunglasses, and you'll see how evil something like Pokimane is. And I don't blame her or the other girls who got their tits out on the internet. They're making literally millions of dollars a month, and you can't knock somebody for that. But so I was like, we have to try to reach young guys, to let them know how pathetic this is. And no, you can't just have nice things, because that's how we got to this current Weimar. Yikes, my guy. Just let the incel Coomers jerk off to e-whores and not actually date real, live, carbon-based women. Well, I mean, crapping on globalists is what I enjoy. So, I mean, I guess this is my hobby. Anyway, I make it to 10 minutes. Oh, shit, only 8 minutes. Do I want to stall for a minute and a half? Not really. You're supposed to get to 10 minutes for the YouTube algorithm or something. She's heavily criticized the platform. Toxic obsession with appearance. The thing is, if she did her Twitch channel without makeup, she wouldn't have 9 million followers. Makeup is amazing, obviously. And now, like, when you get a little older, you see people online with makeup, and it's like it doesn't even register in your brain because that's not what they look like, and it's just not reality. It's makeup. It's like that's what Hollywood does. So yeah, she became rich and famous because of her looks. I'm sure when she started, she's probably a little skinnier than she is now. In reality, if she was 200 pounds, you'd never hear of her. And if she got on there just without makeup, nobody would click, because like without makeup, she's just a mediocre person. It's like the power of makeup is really, really amazing. Twitch is losing money every year. How I think they take like 50% of the take for super chats, where YouTube takes like a third of it. It's just ridiculous. And Cashapp doesn't take anything on $100, which is absolutely amazing. Anyway, this is just embarrassingly pathetic. So is stalling the video to get to 10 minutes, but hey, she sold cookies. That is the thing. Dropping the N-bomb, that's pretty based. Insulting your fans. Here's the thing. I hope she insults the fans as much as possible because you're cooming for like a 4, but I mean, like, it doesn't matter if she's a 10 or what. It's like you're watching the internet and you're paying this spiritual vampire, even if it's just in time, energy, and resources. It's time that you should be spending doing anything else. If you're a young person, is better than time spent on Twitter with these parasocial relationships. Even if it's not like this, if it's just like on Twitter or Facebook, all this other kind of stuff. Unless you're dealing with friends and family, this is just obviously this is peak Weimar. Like, everyone kind of can look to the future for all this. So yeah, I'm sure YouTube is just saying, okay, well, you can take 100% of your super chats or something, and it's just to get people on the platform, because I don't even know if YouTube is profitable. Anyway, that's like I am so far. I am loving Odyssey. You can join on Odyssey, become the 15th member. It's absolutely fan-freaking-tastic. Anyway, like, comment, subscribe. Got to 10 minutes. Sorry for drawing. I should have maybe I can edit this out at just the 8 minutes and 30 seconds. And like, don't support women at all that are not your women. And yes, I said your women, because that's reality. Feminism was the worst thing to happen to the West, but that's probably not a video that's going to go over on YouTube. I am putting videos on Odyssey and Subscribestar behind the paywalls, but YouTube is just like, you can't say anything real on YouTube. It's so freaking pathetic. Anyway, like, comment, subscribe. I'll see you guys all next episode.